We go back to England and to quote the great philosopher Gomer Pyle, well, golly.
What?
In one of the biggest stings in many a year.
You've got to be kidding me.
British police bust a groomer gang of 15.
Yes!
Charged with graping children.
Leave the kids alone!
Found guilty.
Yes!
Sentenced to 188 years in prison.
I love it when a plan comes together.
I'm Jazz Berganzo on this. Well, that's great. I just got one question. Have you ever heard of wood chippers?
I want him dead. I want his family dead. I want his house burnt to the ground.
Just saying. But it's what's next. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Jazz Berganzo, what's next? Your daily dose. Hope you guys are feeling good today on this Friday. Of course, it's been one heck of a week. It's been one heck of a week of politics around the world, but especially if you're across the pond. If you're in former King George land, current King Charles land, that would be England, the United Kingdom, the Brits, what have you. Well, it's been a terrible week for you guys. And the fact of the matter is that this goes beyond the current story of the aftermath of the death of one Henry Nowak. Of course, Henry Nowak, the 18-year-old white Brit who was on his way home, with friends, ran up against two British Sikhs, and supposed racism was tossed around. And the British Sikh pulled out a Rambo knife and killed Henry, who did nothing. No racisms, no nothing, nada. Yet, of course, he was sentenced to life imprisonment after massive outrage, instead of going by the facts that the police are corrupt. Yes, under one Keir Starmer, aka Queer Starmer, their policies are severely corrupt. There's two-tier policing. There's anti-white policing, and there's policing for the blacks and browns. It is what it is. I've seen a number of clips already of the British police coming out and saying, well, I don't know what you're talking about. There's one policing for all, and I stake my reputation on it. You sure about that? Are you sure? Because the chapters and verses that are coming out left and right, are proving you wrong. But we're not here to talk about that. We are here to talk about a rarity in British policing. Like Halley's Comet, like hitting the lottery, getting struck by lightning, and meeting The Rock all in one day. The British police actually did something right. And here we go. This coming out of Breitbart. Grooming gangs. 15 men jailed 188 years over child graping in Bradford. Yes, look at these lovely 15 men. Notice something that's not in there? Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. The lifting of reporting restrictions have made public for the first time that 15 members of a grooming gang have been jailed for rape and sexual abuse of a young girl in Bradford, England between 2007 and 2011. Young girl, as in singular. The West Yorkshire Police disclosed on Wednesday that 15 men have been sentenced to a combined 188 years in prison over their sexual exploitation of one Bradford girl when she was 14 to 18 years old. 15 of them on one girl. Wow. The police force said that the victim had been approached by officers in 2015 after being identified as a possible former victim of a grooming gang, given that she had been given subject of multiple missing person reports. Commenting on the convictions, the survivor said, quote, "The men involved have taken more away from me than I can ever describe in words, and looking back on now, I feel sad for my 12-year-old self knowing what was to come. All in all, this has consumed my life for just short of 20 years. It is not something which I can forget. My childhood has been taken away from me. The impact from what I suffered during my teen years will always live with me, and I will carry that every day and learn to navigate my way through life with that." The police force noted that the convictions took place over a series of trials, that a full list of abusers could not be made public until now due to court reporting restrictions, or because we just didn't want to offend anyone. Those convicted included Hanan Minan, 40 of Bradford, has been sentenced to 12 years for 4 grapes. You know what? I'm not going to go over the entire names. 1, I will butcher them. And 2, I don't give a fuck. These people are trash. There's 15 of them. You saw the photos. Let's move on. Excuse me. Detective Chief Inspector Vicky Greenback of Bradford District Police said, "We welcome the convictions of the sentences today, what has been a long time coming for the survivor of the case. I would like to commend her courage and bravery that she's shown throughout the investigation and the court process. These men horrifically abused a child of their own sexual gratification. What they did was abhorrent, and they deserve to be in jail for a very long time. This has been a long and complex investigation resulting in multiple trials. I hope today's outcome will give the victim some closure and sense of justice. I hope these convictions will give confidence to anyone who has suffered abuse, no matter how long ago, to come forward and report it. We will listen to you. We will ensure that your report is fully investigated. Unless you are, shit posting on X, then we will go after them first before we talk to you." Of course, this comes off of Breitbart London. 20-member grooming gang jailed for sexually abusing young girls in West Yorkshire. 15 in Bradford, 20 in West Yorkshire. And yet, hundreds more to go. So, yeah, London police, you guys got your work ahead of you. The latest convictions come in increased scrutiny, amid increased scrutiny over the practices of British police forces, with the latest example cited by the critics of the death of 18-year-old Henry Nowak, who died after being handcuffed by police over false accusations of racism by the very man who stabbed him to death. The scandal has prompted calls from Nigel Farage and others to end positive discrimination and DEI policies, yes, it's not just America only, to ensure that everyone is treated equally under the law. The perception of a two-tier police system has been inextricably linked to grooming gang epidemic, during which white working-class girls were routinely ignored or treated vexatious by police, while now proven crimes of predominantly Pakistani Muslim rapists were overlooked by police forces and other local officials for fear of appearing racist or stoking ethnic divisions. Last month, Dame Louise Casey, who reviewed last year, forced the government to finally admit the racial component of a grooming gang crimes. She said that it was concerned that many are still in denial, that many victims are still not being believed, while people are still squeamish over looking at both religion and ethnicity of the perpetrators. Like I said in the beginning of this, the fact of the matter is that there is a two-tier police system going on in London and the UK in general. How many stories have we seen already of people just going on social media, posting their thoughts, posting their opinions, posting their, different opinions? And for some odd reason, they would be put on a list and got phone calls, visits to their house, or even arrested for their opinions because of reasons. And they have a separate group of police officers who monitor social media. And then if they feel that, it's broken the social media norms, we will come after you. We don't care if someone got graped. We don't care if someone got stabbed. We don't care if someone got shot in the streets. You posting your opinions on social media, that's a problem. Everything else, we don't care. That's how it's perceived, not just in this country, in America, but around the world. And Keir Starmer, who basically came out against Tommy Robinson and the Unite the Kingdom mass protests, said that Tommy Robinson is a problem. Recently, he blamed Elon Musk for stoking fires on X because Elon dared to call out facts that the British policing is a severe problem that needs to be dealt with, needs to be overhauled, needs to be trashed. And a lot of those in the powers that be need to be thrown out. Starting with Keir, aka Queer Starmer. He's a problem. He's a piece of shit, actually, because he would rather defend the Muslims. He would rather defend the blacks and browns over his own British citizens. That's just up on so many levels. But then again, it's Keir Starmer. And with that being said, I'm Jazz Borgonzo. This is What's Next. Want to see more like this? Please leave a comment below. Like it, share, subscribe to it. Hit that notification bell so you guys never miss a thing. Continue spreading the word about the show. Appreciate you guys watching as always. And we'll see you next time. Peace.